We're here, SEC Football Media Days 2017 at the Wynfrey, the Hyatt Regency in Birmingham, the site of this year's Media Days and every year's Media Days. I'm Vince Ferrara. 4 days of coverage here on Sports Radio WNML, and Sports Radio WNML.com is on the way. The rest of the crew will get here tomorrow as it kicks off at noon with Sports 180 from noon to 3 Eastern Time, 11 to 2 Central Time, and then Sports Talk will follow right after that. I want to show you around. It's the night before. There's all the setup. Someone's waiting for me to wrap up to get over here and continue setting up. So let's walk around. We'll show you what it's like the day before the first day of Media Days. And of course, as you guys know, Tennessee is going to kick things off tomorrow as one of the first teams on the first day. It'll be Tennessee, Arkansas, and LSU day one. Butch Jones taking Emmanuel Mosley, Kendall Vickers, and Ja'Shawn Robertson representing Tennessee. So let's walk around and show you. This is the ESPN set right here. This is where you will see a lot of the coverage. You're going to see a whole lot here all throughout the day. This is where they'll set up. This is the big stage. You'll see all the big names that will be set up here on their set for ESPN and the SEC network. So this is the central piece. As you can see beyond that, there'll be all kinds of traffic. Everyone running through the different rooms. So let's show you around. So that's the ESPN SEC network set, the home base of where a lot of the coverage will be. This room here is what's called the print room, but this is where the SEC network will broadcast live with all the coaches in their main press conferences. That's where this will take place. That's the podium right there, and then the players will be positioned after the coaches go in each of the corners. And then of course this is the main print room. It's where the players will be at. I'm looking across the room. Look at this. This is the main room. This is where a lot of the news will break, and this is where the beat writers will be stationed. Of course, we have a couple spots in here as well where we'll be working on all of our digital stuff for sportsradiowwnml.com and then putting up interviews on the website as well at sportsradiowwnml.com. So this is the hub room of coverage here at SEC Football Media Day. So pretty cool. And if you look in the back corner, there's 3 chairs back there. It's where the Paul Feinbaum show will be live each day on the SEC network. So it's an impressive room, a great setup, and of course, great host for Media Days. That's where all the coaches will be. So let's head on out. We'll take a look at the set of the Paul Feinbaum show on the SEC network. I'm Vince Ferrara. Great to have you with us. And we're going to have Sports 180. Sports Talk. Blake Hatfield will be here with us as well with our coverage. Lafford, our on-site engineer, and we're going to have tons of coverage here. So stay with us, and of course, tune in on the radio. So this is the set of the Paul Feinbaum show. Here in the main room, you'll see a lot of this late afternoons. Coaches will join Feinbaum, and hopefully there'll be some big news from here. Doesn't always happen. We'll see if there's any controversy in Nick Saban and Paul Feinbaum maybe getting after it. We'll see. But that's where that takes place. It is a huge production. It takes days to set up, and then in order for it to operate smoothly, you can't just show up. So we'll take a look around the rest of the rooms. What the coaches and the players have to do is they have a schedule. And it's a couple of hours where they have this schedule, and they're assigned different rooms to go one after another in blocks of time, 10, 15, sometimes 30 minutes a time. This is just one room. There's about 13 or 14. Let's walk around and show you some of the other rooms. This is where camera people will trip over themselves trying to make sure they get shots of Nick Saban and different coaches. Here's another TV room. Hey, look, it's Marshall Hughes.
Yes. Big Vince.
We're on Sports Radio WNML. Say hello.
Welcome to the tour.
Yeah, appreciate you. So this is where the TV guys are at one of the rooms for local television. You see all of those tripods set up. So it's a pretty impressive setup. Marshall, we'll see you this week, brother.
All right, man. All right. See ya.
So that's just an example. That's one room. I'll show you some more Elevators, boy, we're going up and down these bad boys through the entire week. We're shown before, these will be separate as well, so there's another local TV room. Take a look, here's the radio room over here. You got CBS, that's their stand-ups. Look over there, the SEC network, people can use those backdrops. And all these rooms that you'll see, each one of them is for a different news organization, a different network. And they're all set up CBS and Sirius XM. Everybody's got their own room, and these players and coaches go one after another in those rooms. So it's impressive, and it's repetitive, I'm sure, for a lot of the players and the coaches, but it's necessary because everyone wants to get their own individuals. And we will certainly have our own time with Tennessee coach Butch Jones and the 3 Tennessee players and many others around the SEC as well. Let's walk over to this room over here. And this will be even more decorated by the time we get to Monday morning. It just means more. Love that commercial. And it's true, it does mean more. So this is the radio room. Coaches, players will come in here, and you might hear reference on our station on Sports Radio WNML about the radio room. We have a live feed to this. And this is where they'll be set up, coaches, players. They'll take questions. Like right here. We're live. Except we're not. So that's how it sets up. You'll hear Tennessee and all 14 teams in the SEC in this radio room, and we'll have a live feed anytime we want it. And again, all of our coverage, sportsradio.WNML.com. We've got our central page on the website, one-stop shop, and you can go to the Vols tab as well and find everything there. So this is the radio room. And other than that, we'll take a quick glance, Radio Row, where our setup would be. And then we'll wrap her up. Again, Josh Ward, Will West of Sports 180 will be here. Jimmy Himes and John Wilkerson with Sports Talk. Blake Hatfield produces Sports Talk. He'll be helping us out, doing some reporting. I'll be roaming as a reporter as well. So head down the escalator here. And they'll set up helmets down here in between. They're going to do a whole lot more decorating as well. It's impressive. And now, this lobby area, this is where the fans and the autograph seekers will be hanging out. They'll have this roped off, but you'll see obviously a ton of Alabama fans and many others around the SEC that will be represented here. So this is Radio Row. Usually 30 some odd radio stations broadcasting live from Radio Row. It's an impressive setup. It extends to almost the mall. I mean, it is right up there. So this is the start of Radio Row here, and that is where we will be. Sports Radio WNML is where Sports 180 and Sports Talk will originate from, and this will be our spot. So as you can see, we got a super spot for SEC Football Media Days. All right, appreciate you guys joining us. Again, it's FM 99.1, AM 990, and sportsradio.WNML.com on iTunes. You can subscribe to the Football Media Days podcast to where anytime we put up new audio, it automatically updates on your iPhone. How easy is that? And then the WNML app, as well as streaming on the website, both of those powered by Fieldhouse Social. Go to our website, check out our Hub Central page, go to it often, and support all of our great sponsors that are helping make Media Days possible. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Vince Ferrara. We'll see you all week from Hoover at Media Days.